Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn about power functions, constant function and identity function. What is a power function? When we define power function, it is defined as a real function f defined as a real function defined as fx is equal to ax power n is a power function, where we say a and n are any real numbers. You know a is known as the coefficient of x power n. But what about n? N will certainly affect the function, and that is why it can be divided into four categories. Number one, we can say when n is even number. Number two, we can take when n is odd. Number three, we can take when n is negative, and number four we can take when n is a fraction. N is a fraction. Let's learn about them now. When n is even, this is the first case we are taking. We take a as 1, suppose. With some example we can understand about this particular function. We can write let fx is equal to x square. We are taking the minimum even power. If it is x square, the way we want to find out the nature of the function in detail, what is that function, to draw the graph of it, what we can do, we can draw a table to find out the points on the graph, so that we can see the nature of the curve it gets. Suppose we take some of the negative and some of the positive numbers for x and y. What is y? We know y is fx. So we write here y is equal to fx is equal to x square. If we take x as minus 3, this is 9. Minus 2, y will be 4. Minus 1, it will be 1, 0, it will be 0, 1, 1. 2, 4 and 3, 9. It means the points on the graph we can get are minus 3, 9, minus 2, 4, minus 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4 and 3, 9, and so on. We can continue on both the sides. Let's see what type of curve it comes. See, suppose we draw the graph of it. What we find, these points are minus 3, 9, suppose it comes here. Three, 9 is suppose here. 2, 4 is here. 1, 1, that is, you can say minus 3, 9, minus 2, 4, minus 1, 1, then 1, 1 will come here. 2, 4 and 3, 9, we can say these are the points we are getting. If we join these points, what we find is this is a parabola. So the curve of f square, curve of fx is equal to x square is a parabola. So we have seen the nature of the curve. This is a parabolic form. Let's know about the symmetricity of it. You are finding this is symmetric to y-axis. So we can say it is symmetric about y-axis. What about the domain? we find that for every real value of x, x square exists, and so the domain of this becomes R. But when we talk about the range, we are finding that square of every real number is positive. It means the range will go in the positive direction and 0 is included in this. So what we say that the range of this will be 0 to infinity. When we come to the second type, that is when n is odd. Suppose we take fx is equal to x cube. We are not taking 1. Why? Because y equal to x will give a straight line. So we want to see the curve. What type of curve it is? When we draw the graph of it, to see the nature of the curve, again we can make the table for x and y. This is x and this is y. Y is equal to fx is equal to x cube here. If we take x as minus 2, we know the cube of minus 2 is minus 8. If we take it as minus 1, we know cube of minus 1 is also minus 1. If we take it 0, cube of 0 is 0. If we take it 1, that is 1. If we take it 2, this is 8. The points coming are minus 2, minus 8, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 8 and so on. If we plot these points on the graph, what we find, minus 2, minus 8, it goes somewhere here. Minus 1 is here. 0, 0 is this. 1, 1 is here. And 2, 8 goes somewhere here. So what we find when we draw the graph joining these points, we are finding the graph is coming like this. This is the graph of y equal to fx is equal to x cube. What we find in this about the domain of this is a set of real numbers R, because for every real number cube exists. What about the range? We find for negative number the cube is negative, for positive it is positive, for 0 it is 0. It means the range of this is also R. The third case is when n is negative. We go for let f be defined as fx is equal to x power minus 1, which can be taken as 1 upon x. Now, we have already learned how to find out the points of this particular curve when we draw. Finding these points, what we find here, that when x is equal to 0, f0 is equal to 1 upon 0, and we say that f0 does not exist, it is not real, or we say f0 does not exist. And the curve for this, when we draw, what we find is the curve goes like this to the x-axis and y-axis on both the sides in positive and negative, but it never touches the x-axis and y-axis. What is this curve? This is the curve for y equal to fx is equal to 1 upon x. This curve actually is a rectangular hyperbola. The curve for fx is equal to 1 upon x is a rectangular hyperbola. When we talk about its domain and range, the domain of f here we find that is r minus 0. Why? Because at 0 the function does not exist. Similarly, when we talk about the range of f, again this is r minus 0 only because we don't have any point at which the image is 0. The fourth case is when n is a fraction. Let's take it. Let f be defined as fx is equal to x power half, that is root x. We know root x exists or it is real when x is greater than equal to 0. And also we know square root of a positive real number is positive. If we draw the graph of it, we find the graph goes like this. This is the graph for y equal to fx is equal to root x. When we talk about the domain of it, domain of f that we have seen here is greater than or equal to 0, means that will be 0 to infinity. And the range of f is also the same, that is 0 to infinity. See, y equal to fx is equal to root x is also known as square root function. I'll also tell you one thing here, that fx is equal to 1 upon x, which we learnt for the third case, is also known as a reciprocal function. The second type of real function, we have a constant function. What is a constant function? Let f be defined as fx is equal to c, where c is a constant. C is a constant. Is a constant function. Let's learn about the graph of it. See, suppose we have y equal to fx is equal to c. We know that y equal to c is a straight line parallel to x-axis. If c is greater than 0, then the line is above the x-axis. And if c is less than 0, then the line is below the x-axis. If we draw the graph of it, what we find, see here, this is the graph for y equal to fx is equal to c when c is greater than 0. Then this distance is c, the distance from the origin. And if we have c less than 0, then the curve will be below the x-axis and this is also y is equal to fx is equal to c, but here we find that c is less than 0, and in that case this is representing the distance c. Now what about the domain and range of this function? When we talk about the domain, we find it is existing for every real number. Every real number has its image, and that's why the domain of f is equal to R. But what about the range? Range of f is a singleton set having the element C only. Why? Because every element, every real number has the image C. The third type of real function we had, that is an identity function. What is an identity function? Let f be defined as fx is equal to x is an identity function. It means every real number has the image as itself. What we find about this? Y equal to fx is equal to x is a straight line, we know, with slope equal to 1, and it passes through the origin. It means theta is equal to 45 degree, and if theta is 45 degree, it means this is inclined to both the axes equally. We can see the graph of it. If this is x, x dash y, the line is this one, which is making an angle of 45 degree with the x-axis, and this is the graph of y is equal to fx is equal to x. What about the domain of it? Domain of f is R, because every real number has the image. But what about the range? Here we will find range of f also will be R, because every element has the image as itself. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any comments or doubts, leave them in the comment box and I'll get back to you.